The lioness who gave birth and immediately regretted everything. Deep in the African savannah, where the sun bullied everything equally and even the rocks looked exhausted, lived a young lioness named Zubaydah. Zubaydah was strong, fearless, and widely respected for her hunting skills. She could chase a gazelle while yawning, intimidate hyenas with one look, and once scared a crocodile just by clearing her throat. But nothing, absolutely nothing, had prepared her for what happened on the worst day of her life. Zubaydah had just given birth, for the first time. She lay under a shady acacia tree, panting, sweaty, emotionally unstable, and questioning every single life decision she had ever made. In front of her were 3 tiny cubs, all squirming, squeaking, and making noises like broken rubber toys. Zubaydah stared at them. The cubs stared back. One cub rolled onto its back and started screaming for no reason. Zubaydah jumped up. "What is that sound?" she yelled, looking around. "Who brought these?" The cubs screamed louder. "Why is it louder when I look at it?" She leaned closer, sniffed one cub carefully, and the cub sneezed directly into her face. Zubaydah recoiled in horror. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. She looked at the 3 cubs again, small, fuzzy, helpless, and very much alive. "Oh no," she whispered. Her brain finally connected the dots. "These are mine." Her soul left her body for a second. The panic sets in. Zubaydah backed away slowly, as if the cubs might explode. "Okay," she said out loud, trying to stay calm. "No one panic, we will handle this like adults." The cubs immediately began crawling toward hers, like tripping over their own feet, falling, bumping into each other, and screaming louder. Zubaydah screamed too. "Stop following me! I don't know you!" She ran in a small circle, then stopped and slapped her own face with her paw. No, I am a lioness. I hunt buffalo. I fight hyenas. I do not get scared of tiny walking meatballs." One cub tried to climb her leg. She froze. "Why is it touching me?" The cub squeaked. Zubaydah gently shook her leg. The cub fell over. It screamed like the world was ending. Zubaydah's eyes widened. "Oh great, I broke it." She leaned down and whispered, "Please don't die. I just met you." The cub stopped screaming. The cub stopped screaming. Zubaydah sighed in relief. Then the other 2 started screaming instead. She screamed back. Zubaydah sat down heavily. "I am not ready for this," she said. "Yesterday, my biggest problem was chasing antelope. Today, I have 3 screaming responsibilities." She looked at the cubs. One was chewing on her tail. "Why is it eating me?" She gently pulled her tail away. The cub fell over again. Zubaydah stared at the sky. Oh, ancestors, what kind of prank is this? She tried to remember what older lionesses used to do with their cubs. "Okay, I think I'm supposed to lick them?" She leaned down and gave one cub a lick. The cub got pushed sideways by the force and rolled like a fuzzy bowling ball. Zubaydah gasped, "I am too strong for parenting." She tried again, much gentler. The cub purred. Zubaydah froze. Did it just make a happy noise? Her heart did a weird little flip. She immediately shook her head. "No, don't get emotional. That's how they trap you." Feeding disaster. After some time, the cubs started crying in a very specific, angry, desperate way. Zubaydah panicked. "Why are you all yelling at me at the same time?" She thought deeply. "Oh, food." She lay down awkwardly. The cubs attacked her like tiny drunk pirates. One bit the wrong place. Zubaydah yelped, "Absolutely not. Wrong. Wrong area." Another cub fell asleep mid-meal. The third refused to eat and just screamed. Zubaydah stared at the screaming cub. "Eat." The cub screamed louder. "I said eat." The cub sneezed. Zubaydah sighed. "Okay, scream. That's your personality, I guess." Seeking advice. Bad idea. Desperate, Zubaydah decided to ask for help. She picked up the cubs, badly, and carried them to the pride. The older lionesses took one look and burst out laughing. "Oh look," one said. "She survived childbirth but not motherhood." Zubaydah snapped. "They are broken." Another lioness examined a cub. "They're fine. You're the one panicking." Zubaydah whispered, "They make noises, constantly. They do that. They fall. They do that. They bite me. They do that too." Zubaydah stared at them. "Why did no one warn me?" The older lionesses laughed harder. "Go, you'll figure it out." Zubaydah picked up her cubs again. Great. Emotional support, 0. Training day, total failure. Zubaydah decided she would raise warriors. She lined the cubs up. Lesson 1, walking. She took a step forward. The cubs fell over. No falling. They fell again. This is embarrassing for both of us. She demonstrated stalking. The cubs chased butterflies. She roared. They ran toward her and collided into her chest. Zubaydah fell over. They climbed on her. She lay there, defeated. I am losing fights to babies. The night terror. That night, the cubs slept in a pile. Zubaida didn't sleep. Every sound made her jump. A twig snapped. Who is it? A bird chirped. Show yourself. One cub farted. Zubaida leapt up roaring, then realized it was one of you. She lay back down. You are all disgusting, but she wrapped her tail around them anyway. The realization. Days passed. The cubs grew stronger. They followed her everywhere. They tripped less. They screamed less. One day, a hyena laughed nearby. Zubaida stood up instantly, positioning herself in front of the cubs. She didn't even think. The hyena backed away. Zubaida looked down at the cubs hiding behind her legs. Something warm filled her chest. Oh no, she whispered. I love them. One cub peeked out and roared, a tiny, pathetic squeak. Zubaida laughed, a real laugh. Okay, she said softly. You're stupid, you're loud, you fall a lot. The cubs climbed onto her. But you're mine. She lay down and, all right, here we go. Pure English. One single continuous story. Ultra extremely funny, absurd, dramatic, and emotionally stupid in the best way. Settle in. This is long, chaotic, and intentionally ridiculous. The lioness who gave birth and immediately regretted everything. Deep in the African savannah, where the sun bullied everything equally and even the rocks looked exhausted, lived a young lioness named Zubaida. Zubaida was strong, fearless, and widely respected for her hunting skills. She could chase a gazelle while yawning, intimidate hyenas with one look, and once scared a crocodile just by clearing her throat. But nothing, absolutely nothing, had prepared her for what happened on the worst day of her life. Zubaida had just given birth, for the first time.